friends, welcome to my humble homestead. So today I am back. I am so ready to get back into my normal routines. I've had such a wonderful couple months over the holidays. It's been so much fun, starting with our cruise in November that I went on with the kids and the grandkids. I did post a video to highlight that. If any of you are looking on taking a family vacation, it's a great way to see a lot of places, kind of keep it economical. I kind of plan it a good year in advance, and then I pay for it ahead of time, and then we're ready to go. And so it's literally stress-free when we go because it's already paid for. But I know not everybody, is able to get away, especially homesteaders, they have animals and things like that. So there's many ways to do staycations and things like that. It's just something that living in North Dakota, and today we are hitting the blustery cold weather. We have been blessed with such a nice, mild winter up until today. So today, I think we're supposed to start hitting like 20 below wind chills. So that is just kind of a way that we break up our winter, is we try to get away a little bit. Otherwise, I don't know how we would survive living in this area, to tell you the truth. One day, my kids and I, we would love to move somewhere warmer. But for now, this is where God has us. But anyway, so today I want to start showing Three Rivers challenge. We're doing the Pantry challenge. It's something that I like to participate in every year. This is my third year participating in it. Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead, she started this many years ago, and she has shared how she does it with us. I really appreciate a lot of her wisdom and the things that she does. She's one of my favorite homesteaders. I adore her. She is a mom of several children. She has a family that she does a lot of cook from scratch. She grows her own food, the majority of it. She homeschools her children. So I have friends that still have children at home who homeschool. So that's a wonderful YouTube channel to check out. So I really adore that family as well. They have a lot of the beliefs that I have. Yeah, just practical things to do at home. With this Pantry challenge, one of the main goals that we do it, not only just to cut costs and save money and eat the things that we've preserved and cooked, but also to go through our freezers, our pantries, our refrigerators, and really use up the things that we've preserved and reorganize everything. I still have some things from 22 that I need to use up. I also have, some of the bulk foods and things. I need to go through and use some of those up. I haven't done a lot of baking, but this is a good time in the winter for me to maybe bake some of the gluten-free breads that I have. I have a lot of like coconut cane sugar that I bought. I really haven't done a lot of baking, so I might do some baking and freezing of some things just to have, because when my granddaughter was here, I had purchased some rolls and some some hot dog buns for the brats and things like that. And so if I go ahead and make, I have wheat berries and things like that. So if I make things ahead of time and I freeze them, and then I just pull out, like a slice of bread or a roll or something like that, when I need it, I'm more likely to eat better myself. So that is, for me, the main reason why I do the pantry challenge, because you use up the grains that I have, cook ahead, and rotate out the older one first. You know, and especially in the freezer too. Some of the things that I have, even like the freezer meals and stuff, I want to use those up before they get freezer burned. And so yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I love doing this pantry challenge. And then when I go through and get through this stuff, I can see what I need. What do I need more of for this coming year? What do I use more of? What am I not using more of? So as far as, you know, what am I going to grow? Things like that. I know I have a bunch of rhubarb in my freezer, so I still want to make that more rhubarb barbecue sauce. I've been kind of hanging on and not using up what I have, kind of saving it. So I have some ribs and things in there. So that's one thing. I know I'm going to make those ribs with that barbecue sauce, and then I can make and can some more. I have some things coming up. I'm really excited to be back. It had gotten really busy for a while. I know that I've been kind of slacking on a lot of things. So I'm really excited to be back. I know that I'm not going to be doing quite as many videos as I was before. Yeah, I was doing them almost daily for a while. So I really plan on trying to get out for sure one a week. I know a lot of you have been very supportive on that, and I appreciate it. I know you've been saying, you know, just do what you can, and we're subscribed, and I really, really thank you for that so much. Your support means so much to me, so I really thank you for that. It means a lot. I was kind of like, should I still do it? I heard from you and you said, yes, do it when you can. We love it. I am so thankful for that. I heard you, I'm going to, and you know, I just, it's my heart to help where I can. This is one thing that I do for myself. So for me to just go ahead and video what I'm doing, I have no problem doing that. And yes, I am still going to work on my holistic stuff. I still am going to work on, I have so much to do, you guys. It's been so busy. I still have to make my beauty things, you know, like my deodorant and those. I still have to do those. I'm out of my turmeric tab, so I have to get on that, you know, the muscle rub, and I have so much to get going. But for now, I need to meal prep. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So in this video, what you're going to see is I made a pot of yogurt. I was out of yogurt, and I'm really working on my gut health again. I had over the holidays and the vacation and my granddaughter here, and we ate some junk food. So as you'll see in some of the videos with the kids here and on the trip and stuff. So time to get back into it. Some yogurt. I'm going to show using things on my pantry and making a super fast, super easy chili in the Instant Pot with the things that I have, and a roast in the slow cooker. So I'm going to be doing those things and making some sauerkraut. So I am going to be getting the sauerkraut done. So that's what I'm going to do here. And then with my yogurt that will be done, then I will be making some things like chia pudding and overnight oats and things to have for breakfast. So those will be coming up soon as well. All right, so thanks so much, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and start the meal prep. I'm going off to an appointment here, but the meal prep I did actually yesterday, so I'm gonna just insert it here. Hi friends, welcome to my humble homestead. Today it is the second week in January, and we are working on our pantry challenge that was started from Jessica at Three Rivers Home. I am actually going to do some meal prep today. I know I've been a little MIA lately. I had my granddaughter here for a couple weeks over the holiday break. It was so fun. I did do a couple short little videos that I can link below. When she was here, we did a little cooking video. We just had a lot of convenience foods when she was here. I ended up eating up. So Now I'm going to be deep in with the Pantry challenge, starting to use up the foods that I have at home, the meats that I have in the freezer, and the stuff in my pantry. So in this first Instapot here, I have a pot of yogurt that I started. I do have videos on how I make my yogurt in the Instapot, but I did take out a half a gallon of milk that I have in my freezer. I have bought some raw dairy from a dear friend that I don't know that she's selling it anymore. So Christina, if you are, please contact me because I don't have your contact information anymore. But anyway, I do have some in the freezer that I've been using up. So I have that going. Tomorrow I'm gonna make some chia pudding and some overnight oats and stuff. So I will be adding that in a video. And then here in this Instapot, I am going to make some chili because I do have some leftover brats. I bought 2 packs, we ate 1. And I want to have a pot of chili, plus I was going to do some chili slaw dogs. So I was going to make some coleslaw. When we went to the grocery store, I had ordered 1 package of coleslaw salad mix, and I don't know how I ended up with 4. So instead of doing that, I decided I gave 1 to my daughter-in-law, and then I decided I'm going to take the rest of them. Plus I have a head of cabbage here that I was going to use that head of cabbage and make some sauerkraut, because I do want to also start working on my gut health. I am going to get that done. And then I took out a roast out of the freezer, and I have a bunch of veggies that I need to use up that were in my fridge. Some celery, carrots, and some potatoes. So I'm going to chop up the veggies, get that going in my slow cooker, and we are just going to get a roast going. So these will make up several meals. Whatever I don't eat up, I will freeze for freeze ahead meals, which you all know I love to have those as well for future meals since we are doing the Pantry challenge. Last year I went 13 weeks without grocery shopping. Now I did not plan ahead quite as much. I don't have as many meals prepped yet. We're going to be doing meals prepped. I had eaten a lot of the meals that I have prepped. I still have a few freezer meals, but not as many. So we'll be doing some freezer meals over the next month or so with some of the meats and things that I have. We're going to see. I'm going to try to do January and February, which is what Jessica has. I don't see any problem with doing that. I have booked my next vacation for myself and the children. And the goal is to save enough on the grocery bill to pay for that cruise. So I have 1 year to pay for that. I book a year in advance for the vacations, and then I pay for that before we go. So this is my plan, to not spend any money on groceries over the next 2 months and take this money and pay that off. This is a great way to save money if you guys have a plan, if you're trying to pay off some debt, if you just want to save and, save up to maybe order a half a cow or, whatever you have plans for. It's just a great way to, plan ahead. If you're not joining us in this Pantry challenge now, you can certainly join us maybe for the month of February or even plan to do it next year. So this is just, you can go to #3riverschallenge, and that is how you can find the other people who are doing the Pantry challenge and see how they make their meals and stuff. So right now, let's get into some meal prep. And I just thought normally I kind of have everything kind of prepped, like my stuff chopped ahead of time, then just throw it in. But since we haven't really chatted for a long time, I thought I would do it while I have you here, and we can just chat on what's going on. Now I cut my vegetables pretty large. I scrubbed these potatoes already, so that way I'm kind of a lazy cooker, and it's mostly just for myself. I don't even peel them. As long as they're, organic or grown for myself, I just scrub them good. I had a couple of red potatoes left, and then I have a big amount of russets left. So I just use those. So I got the potatoes in there. I need to get a jar of broth. So I have a jar of lamb broth. I'm just going to put in there. This broth is from 22 and it's on my shelf, so I'm going to use that one up. There we go. Put it in. here. Then I'm just gonna take my roast here that I got from the butcher. This is a shoulder roast that I also got. Now this is a pork roast. I know a lot of you, some of you don't eat pork, and that's fine. I got half a pig from my friends too. So this is what I have. I'm gonna put it in here, season it with some salt and pepper. I'm gonna season this up. Salt, pepper. I'm not light-handed on the pepper. And you know, actually I'm gonna chop an onion, put in here, and I'm gonna put some garlic in there. I'm gonna put some garlic in my chili as well. There we go. Never go wrong with garlic. I'm gonna chop up some onion. I just want a little onion in my chili. I did have onion in some of my tomatoes that I canned. So I'm hoping you all had great holiday and great New Year's. Wondering what everybody is planning for 2024. If they have any big plans. I am really just looking forward to, I'm actually not even looking forward to it yet, to tell you the truth. I'm still recovering from last year, but I haven't started planning my 2024 garden. So that is what I need to do. I had a pretty good success with my garden, and I had some things that weren't successful. So I need to revisit on what things didn't work out so good and how I can fix that. Number one, meaning my greenhouse didn't go so great. So I want to rethink that. Maybe put that down in the grass, not on the deck, and just look at maybe the little fencing I had around the garden. The ice storm pretty much knocked the entire thing down, so kind of think about that a little bit better. So really looking ahead to what I'm planning on planting for 2024. Might simplify it a little bit, just, you know, looking at what was successful and what wasn't, and just kind of omit the things that weren't successful. The onion I pretty much just use for flavor, and with that roast flavor, I don't mind having a nice big bite of, I love onion, so I don't mind having a bite of onion. And then I need to wash these. I have some organic carrots, so I want to wash them up really good so I don't have to peel them. Alright, so I scrubbed these up. Other than that, just plan on continuing with work. I have cut back on the number of videos I do, but I do want to try to get some good content in there. I'm rethinking of exactly what I want to share, and, you know, definitely do my holistic stuff. The things that I need to make, I need to do that. I need to, you know, get organized, make the things that I still need to make, the beauty products and things that I need to make for myself. I haven't gotten to that yet, so I want to do that. And yeah, just go over those kinds of things. If there are anything specifically that you want to see me do, please share that in the comments below. I'm happy to do that. I know some of you have asked for a couple different things on my other social media, and I will certainly incorporate those as well. I'm just planning on getting a little bit more organized here and getting my time and things prioritized. Still always number one is, you know, gut health, eating healthy and keeping myself healthy. That's going to be number one. Working, gotta pay the bills. And then I just have a few of these little carrots from when my granddaughter was here. The kids like to eat those with ranch dressing. Those need to be used up, so I'm just going to throw those in there. And then I'm going to throw some celery in here. And then for the roast, I'm just going to slow cook this until it's cooked. For that, I will eat that over a couple days and then probably make some meals out of leftovers with that. And then on to the chili. And then the sauerkraut. All right, that one is started. Now for the chili here. So I had a bunch of these beans that were on my pantry shelves, and I needed to use them up, so I rinsed them already, and I'm going to do a little dumping of this in here. And same with, that was a kidney bean, this one is a black bean, and this one is a 3 bean. So this one has kidney, pinto, and black. I have some canned ground beef that I canned up in 2022. That helps me not, that's why I'm not in the saute. Normally I would just saute some meat up, but I'm just going to use this. I'm going to put the whole thing in there, juice and all. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of fat in there. And then I'll just kind of fork it out so it kind of gets a little bit smaller. But you can see it's real tender. It's already cooked because I pressure canned it. And there we go for that. It's super easy because everything is just taken right off my pantry. I've got some canned tomatoes. If I need tomato paste, I grabbed a can of tomato paste. So let's throw in some of these tomatoes. I actually already had put in one of the large cans of tomatoes in there, so I'm going to see how much more I need. I think this will be plenty. Then I've got some cumin, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper. Probably did about a quarter of a teaspoon of the cayenne. You can do it as leave it in or out, make it as spicy as you want. I'm going to do a tablespoon of the cumin. Nice amount of salt. Healthy amount of black pepper in there. Now let's mix this up. And then this, I'm just going to put it on the stew setting on the Instapot and let this cook. It should be done in 20-30 minutes because everything's already pre-cooked. Here, I'll let you see what this looks like here. There you go. So I'm just going to cook that. That will probably be what I eat tonight because the roast is going to take much longer. And it is already 4 p.m. So that looks about right. I'll let that cook, and then if I need to thicken it, I'll add some tomato paste. So you can totally see how fast that was. Now I'm just chopping up this cabbage, and I'm going to pour it in this large bowl, and I'm going to add some salt to kind of get it to sweat, because I'm going to chop it up, mix it up, and turn this into sauerkraut, which is one of the best ways to get some natural probiotics. And I want to show you, a lot of times I'll actually, if I am doing all of my own cabbage from the garden and stuff, I will just get my KitchenAid out and I will just shred it. But since I have these, because I was going to make coleslaw and they gave me so many bags of that, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do a bag of that and see how much. That's probably going to be enough for a plenty amount of sauerkraut. I keep saying coleslaw. And this will give a good arm workout. Now some people even put like apples in here. And now I put some Celtic sea salt in there. And now I just literally kind of mix it up and I munch it to kind of get it. Oops. Now you don't even have to put the apple cider vinegar in there. I put maybe like a tablespoon, but I just did it as a little starter. But it really will just, I'll put some of the big chunks on top. We'll start sweating from just the salt and the cabbage. And once I do this, I'm going to put it in glass jars. And I'm going to see, I may need 2 of the half-gallon ones. I'm going to see if I need 1 or 2. And then I'm just going to put a coffee filter over the top and let it sit for about 3 or 4 days out on the counter. And that is literally it. And once I like the consistency, I'll put it in the fridge and I will eat. I like to eat, I mean, if you don't normally eat probiotic foods, but because I eat yogurt every day, but I like to eat a good, like a quarter of a cup every day of this. And that's a nice probiotic on the gut health. So I'll just do this and then I will show you how it sweats here. And the liquid that comes from this is literally just from the salt. And what I'll do is I'll start putting it in my jar. I'll put a little bit more salt in there. We kind of taste it to make sure it's, yeah, that's plenty salty, so I'm not going to add any more salt. I'll put some in there and then I'll munch it down. I'll add more. And that is how we'll do it. So I will see you in a bit. Thanks for watching, you guys. Okay, welcome back, friends. So this is my sauerkraut. So I have pounded it down so there's no air in this jar. So this is 1/2 gallon jar. If you remember how big the bowl was, I pounded it down so much that all of it fit, and there's still even space here in this half-gallon jar. So I pounded it down, and you can see that it's all underneath the juice that came from just the cabbage and the salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a coffee filter over it, and then I'm just going to put a lid on and on. I hope you enjoyed that meal prep, everybody. I enjoyed sharing that with you. I did have chili for dinner. Here's a picture of it. And my yogurt, I am actually straining. So it is really thick, but I strain the whey out, and then I save the whey to make my next batch of yogurt. I'm gonna have a bowl of yogurt for breakfast this morning before I head out to my appointment. And then my roast, which right here looks amazing, I am going to have that for dinner tonight. And then I'm going to put that all up into portions, make some freezer meals, have that for a couple of dinners, and then I don't know if I'm going to make some soup or whatever out of the rest of it. I may do that. And then for the chili, I'm going to portion that up and freeze some of that, and then have some in my fridge for some chili broth. And then in a couple days, my sauerkraut will be done, and so I'll probably put some sauerkraut over it. I'm excited about that. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Stay warm if you're in the Midwest. Be blessed. And any of you that are in those storms thing, I'm in the storm area praying for you. Stay safe. Bye.